And in despair I bowed my head. There's no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men. Ladies and gentlemen, dear peace fellows from all across the world, my name is Ali Akhlaqi, the CEO of International Peace Tourism Non-Governmental Organization and the Chief Communications Officer at Sarbaz Sol from Iran. It is my great pleasure to talk with you in the non-stop 24-hour rolling rally for peace run by the IPB and World Beyond War. Many thanks for the organizers and you who have participated in this beautiful event. First of all, due to the topic of our discussion, let me have a brief introduction of Sarbaz Sol as the main peace NGO in Iran. In Persian language, Sarbaz means soldier and Sol means peace. So we believe we are the soldiers in Iran who are trying to make peace. Sarbaz Sol is made up of two main social bodies. One, the common people who are interested in working for peace, and we call them peace promoters. The second part of the community is made by the war veterans who eyewitnessed the dark and savage side of the war by their total presence and now trying hard to work for peace. I think everybody here has heard about the devastating war between Iran and Iraq from 1980 to 1988 for 8 years. That time, the Iraqi leadership, Saddam Hussein, had hoped to take advantage of Iran's post-revolutionary chaos and expected a decisive victory in the face of a severely weakened Iran. The United States, United Kingdom, Soviet Union, France, Germany, and many Arab countries provided an abundance of financial, political, and logistical support for Iraq, while Iran was comparatively isolated to a large degree, and finally, nothing came up but ruined cities, orphaned children, widowed women, and lots of casualties. The war was the deadliest conventional war ever fought between regular armies of developing countries. Estimates of total casualties range from 1 million to twice that number. The number killed on both sides was perhaps more than 500,000, with Iran suffering the greatest loss and casualties. The combined financial cost of the combatants is believed to have exceeded $1 trillion. But why? Do we live in a world of chaos and mishmash in which the so-called powers can easily bully and injure the weak ones? Where have you received this permission that having more financial or military logistics will give you such freedom to kill other nations? This behavior or permission is based on what religion, what morality, what is the source of this treatment? And the second question is, where is the United Nations? The United Nations, the organization that is established to preserve international peace and security. Does that mean the peace among the kids at school? Or two neighbors in an apartment? Or the tribes in a village? No. The UN is set to preserve international peace and security for all nations and human beings. The funniest part of the story here is that the judge has resided in the house of the one who has made or has caused the most violent conflicts and wars around the globe. Now, can you expect this judge to do a good job? We believe that in order to dismantle the military alliances like NATO and to stop the wars or to prevent the future ones, the international community, and especially the international institutions of nonviolent cooperation, have to strive to pave the way to replace and restructure the United Nations and its decision-making procedures and performance. To make it short, in Iran, there are now more than 2,600,000 military veterans from the war era who are joining Sarbaz Sol day by day together with their families and the other civilians to demonstrate hate against any kinds of war and conflicts. That is why we are working vigorously and attempting to join all peace institutions and organizations in different countries to set up the borderless peace territory for all human beings in the world. If our kids and the next generations are important to us, we have to endeavor now and today. The future is bright. Live in peace, and many thanks for all your kind attention. Salute.